Ever feel like life has got you on some kind of delay? Like you're doing all the right things, showing up, working hard, pushing through, but every time you're about to cross that finish line, life says, not yet. I felt that way a lot. And today, that frustration was sitting heavy on my mind. So I did the only thing I know. I turned it into fuel. The workout, it wasn't just about sweat. It was about shaking off that weight. Because if I've learned one thing, it is this. Timing is not in my control, but effort is. And today, that effort was undeniable. Let's get into it. As usual, my morning ritual consisted of a mug of warm water, one freshly squeezed lemon, and 1 teaspoon of organic honey. It's a small routine, but it starts my day on a good note. Then down to the gazebo where the real work begins. I started as usual with a mobility warm-up. Nothing fancy, just some straightforward stretching to get my body going before the onslaught of other exercises. Moved on to a dynamic warm-up which included 30 jumping jacks, which got my heart rate up, a few mountain climbers, cat-camel stretches, 12 squats, and I could feel that my movements have become smoother over the last 1 week as well. 10 leg raises for each side and a few squat jumps. I won't lie, this felt good. On day 1 of this challenge, I was dying, but today, my breathing was steady. My stamina, I could noticeably improve slightly. And then came something new, something called as dumbbell cleans. It's a skill progression exercise for devil's presses, which by the way, sounds exactly like what it feels like. Hell, for now, it's just 10 reps with 5 kg dumbbells. It's a mix of power, speed and control. Felt clumsy at first, but by the 10th rep, I was much better. Then I moved on to interval training. I did 3 sets of 45 spot jogs, 45 half crunches, and 45 squats. With about 15 seconds of rest in between, that's about it. I was sweating, but I was not wrecked. It was a different kind of a challenge today. Controlled intensity. Then I did 25 leg wipers, and this kind of lit up my core. After this, I moved to active cool down and ended it off with chakrasana. So today's cool down will show you how truly inflexible I am. You see the pancake stretch? It looked like I'm just sitting there with my hands in front of me. But in reality, I'm trying my best to touch the ground. Quite obviously, my stomach is getting in the way. I moved into the next segment of the day, which is reflect. So today's meditation was about stress, because right now I do have a real reason for it. My small startup is on the verge of an acquisition. It sounds great, right? Except the valuation on the table is way lower than what we expected, and the window to negotiate is only 30 days. This pressure is unreal. So I sat with it, and here's what I realized. Stress isn't just about uncertainty, it's about control. I stress out when I feel like things are slipping out of my hands. And maybe that's the lesson. You can't force the timeline, but you can show up anyway. So after meditating, I journaled, and the first thing on my gratitude list, as usual, was waking up today. It's simple, but it's never guaranteed. Another one was having an outlet for my stress. Some people bottle it. I'm starting to learn how to sweat it out. And then I wrote a little bit about frustration, because if I had to describe my life in one sentence, it would be, I always get what I want, just later than when I want it. It's like the universe is telling me, sure, I'll give you what you asked for, but not yet. Not until you've learned patience. And I don't like it. But hey, maybe there's something in waiting, right? Moving into the final segment of the day, which is the grow segment. I'm almost done rereading the 5 a.m. Club. I've skipped the fluff. I'm sticking to really what hits me the most. And the following line stayed with me. The universe meets you not at the height of your effort, but at the depth of your surrender. Let that sink in. We think the reward comes when we've done the most. But what if it comes when we finally stop forcing it? When we stop clutching, chasing, demanding, and just put in the effort and do the work? Because effort matters, but trust, that's harder. Maybe that's why the things we want most show up when we are not chasing them so hard. Isn't that something to think about? So day 7 is in the books. And if there's one thing that I'm walking away with today, it's this. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's trusting the process while you put in the work. So if you're someone who's been grinding, pushing, doing everything right, and still waiting for that breakthrough, I get it. Trust me, I understand it. But maybe, just maybe, the next step isn't about putting in more effort. Maybe it's about less force. So drop the word trust in comments if you've ever felt like everything good in your life showed up later than it should have. And if you're serious about leveling up, hit subscribe, because this journey is far from over. I'm just getting started, and I will see you again tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.